And just like that, the snow is gone. It was about 75 degrees yesterday. 77, I think it got up to. Anyhow, don't really have anything, a decent video to put up this weekend. But anyhow, a couple of you said you wanted to see the interview with Mr. Calhoune, so I'm going to put that up. If you don't like the Calhoune County series, don't watch the interview. There was only like 7 people that said they wanted to see it, so you 7 can watch it, but the rest of you turn it off now. Anyhow, but anyway, here's a long story behind this interview. I'll just say that a couple years ago, wasn't that long ago, made some funny videos for some friends of ours who had younger kids, and did a little thing called the Uncle Bill Show. I had done the Uncle Bill Show 30 years ago too, for of all people, my niece and nephew. So anyhow, just for fun for them. But so anyway, you might get a little bit of an insight into who Mr. Calhoune is. It's a long story, how we came up with the character of Mr. Calhoune. I won't go into it right now, but anyhow, hope you 7 guys will enjoy it. Rest of you turn it off. Don't watch it. You know you won't like it, so don't watch it. I don't want no thumbs down. Don't want nobody leaving. Don't want nobody unsubscribing. Just, I warned you. All right, we'll see you.
Do you know what time it is? That's right. It's time for the Uncle Bill Show, starring Uncle Bill.
Hello! Welcome to another edition of the Uncle Bill Show, and it is indeed a special one. This is a special report, for we have here in our studios the very prestigious, well-known Mr. Calhoune. Yes, that's right. Mr. Calhoune himself has condescended to give us a short interview, and we are very glad to have him. Known as, full name, Mr. Heathcliff Ignatius Horatio Calhoune, to be exact. Mr. Calhoune, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you, young William. I do, of course, greatly appreciate your great efforts to conceal my true identity for everyone's personal protection.
It is indeed a great pleasure and honor to have you here with us this evening, and as our viewers see, we've had to hide his appearance, and it is for your protection, actually. If you were to know exactly how he appeared, you may rush up to him and ask for an autograph or want to shake his hand, at which time he would be obliged to take you out. He may shoot you, but you know, let's set that aside for right now, shall we? Mr. Calhoune, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
It is indeed a great honor to be here, young William, is it? Is it William? I believe it is, yes. Tell you about myself. Indeed, to do so thoroughly and entirely would take a great amount of time. I shall try, I shall endeavor to consolidate the story down to a small bite, and we'll see where we shall go from there. I was born a small child, and grew up in the South, obviously, and the best place to ever grow up, indeed if I have grown up. But back to my story. I started out as a child, and started out from absolutely nothing. We had absolutely nothing, and through sheer hard work, determination, and grit, I've worked my way up to a severe level of poverty. And I've overcome it. I actually have. I've received quite amount of notoriety in certain areas, and no doubt inherited that from Daddy, who grew up during the Depression. He made his way as best he could during those years. He actually came up with a very great tonic. Nay, tonic is not grand enough word. Elixir, shall we say. Elixir of life. It was something that kept the whole neighborhood going and would even be shipped out to other areas in the trunks of cars. And it was made out of simple things, throwaway items, cast-offs from the kitchen, and like potato skins and perhaps some shelled corn. He would make a nice mixture of this, mix it with large amounts of sugar, and let it steep for a while over an open fire in a large kettle. And through various procedures, and he would extract the essence, as they should say, of this mixture, and collect it in a clay jars, of all things, with a little handle on it, the jug they called them, and put a cork in the top. And after that, they would utilize a mason jar. And this elixir was very well known, very well received, locally and nationally, and purely for medicinal purposes. Spring tonic, they called it, but I always was slightly affronted by that. I felt that was too mundane. Should have been called the elixir of life, for the effect that it had on people was phenomenal. I say absolutely phenomenal. Of course, if you were to drink it in too large quantities, you may be out for several days, and it may take a week or so for your eyesight to return. But taken in the proper amounts, it could lift your spirits from down in the dumps and make you forget all about your troubles. But there was some misunderstanding, I will admit, some misunderstanding by certain government officials over the exact way to classify this elixir. And for a short time, Daddy had to spend some time in the penitentiary. Pure misunderstanding, you understand. It was absolutely a disgrace how they treated him, and they came to a conclusion. They worked it all out. Upon his release, the agreement to release him, they would deliver straight to the White House and the halls of Congress this elixir for several years before the Great War. And at any rate, well, that's Daddy's story more than mine. We'll pick it up here in a little bit.
Stay tuned for the next exciting installment of the Calhoune Chronicles on the Uncle Bill Show. You'll really not want to miss it. Stay tuned.
Sometimes I don't even know.
This program may contain sounds and images of a disturbing nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, for our viewers, this is indeed a rare treat, for we have uncovered, this will be a surprise to Mr. Calhoune, we've discovered some very rare, lost footage of Mr. Calhoune himself, Corporal Calhoune, as he was known then, during the Korean conflict in the war. Some war correspondent was over there and interviewed Mr. Calhoune, and we have this rare footage. Let us play it now.
Corporal Calhoune, will you tell us something about your home?
It's a corporal, it's a Colonel Calhoune.
I thought you was a corporal.
No, it's Colonel. It is Colonel Calhoune. I rise through the ranks quickly, and at times I surprise even myself with the rapidity of my rise. And it has nothing whatsoever to do with the distribution of the elixir, I'm certain. But I hope one day to make admiral.
The admiral is in the Navy.
But I do not confine myself to one branch of the military. I've
I've always been fond of the water, and my dear mother has even told me that of my great affection for my little yellow rubber ducky, Squeaker, when I was a youngster. And I don't see any reason why they shouldn't put me in charge of perhaps a destroyer or a submarine, nuclear sub, or perhaps even aircraft carrier. With my expertise in such matters, I'm sure that they would be glad to have me commandeer one of those fine vehicles. And bullets, no, you asked me of bullets. Look out, hit the deck! The bombs are another thing. The bullets, no. No, I have no great fear. I believe maybe I just caught one just there. They do sting though when they hit you. Yeah, by golly. Yes, perhaps my assessment of the bullets has been a little in error. Matter of fact, I believe perhaps it would be advantageous for us to curtail furthering our little tat-a-tat here, or interview, and perhaps retire to another venue, like the infirmary, where I believe the bullet may have even grazed my bone and shattered. I believe my bone. Medic! Medic!
Why, sir, I cannot believe that you would show this without my express written permission. I am greatly affronted at this.
Please,
I will
Mr.
have
Calhoune.
no more of this. You hear?
Calm down.
I'm getting
It's
up
all
and
right.
getting out of here.
No,
I'm moving along.
no need to be upset.
I will never,
You ain't
never
put the
again
revolver away.
grace your studios
Yes, put
with
the
my
revolver
presence.
away. And
Good
I
day,
understand
sir.
you would.
Have a good day.
All right, he's stormed out, ladies and gentlemen. He's stormed out of here. I'm so sorry we've upset him. But no, we'll convince him to come back sometime. All right. Have a good evening or good day, depending on what time it is you're watching this. See you next time. Fare thee well. Dust Vadonia, and what do they say in smooth areas? I'll see you around. Goodbye.
This here has been a Farmways presentation.